Welcome to Beginner Level 1, Session B. You need a mat and an empty water bottle. This session introduces the rest of the foundation exercises for the program. Remember that going slower with great form is more important than getting low, going too fast, or pushing too hard. We'll kick things off with the kneeling hip drive series. Get down on your right knee with your left leg forward. Raise your hands so your thumbs are pointing behind you. Keeping your chest tall, gently drive your hips forward and back in a short rhythmic motion. Switch your legs, putting your right leg forward and get ready to work the other side. As you drive forward, keep your hips and your shoulders square. Don't lean forward, keep that chest tall. Switch your legs, keeping your hands raised and chest high. This time, you'll move your hips to the right side rather than forward. Slide your hips to the right with a short rhythmic motion and return to the start and repeat. Don't push past the start to the left. We're just moving to the right at the moment. Switch legs and get ready to slide your hips to the left. Both your torso and your legs should be moving. Look straight ahead, keeping shoulders and hips square. Grab the water bottle in your right hand and get ready for bent leg tip at the hip. You'll balance on your left leg. When you're balanced, put your right hand out to the side and quickly pulse your hand up and down. You should feel your glutes activating in this stance. Your hips and shoulders should be square and level. Switch the bottle to your left hand and get ready to repeat this move on your right leg. Keep your body as still as possible while your hand is moving. You should feel your glutes. If your quads are burning, try bending your left leg less and pushing your hips further back. Next up is the goblet squat, so put your feet hip-width apart and hold your bottle in front of your chest with both hands. Slowly squat down by bending your knees. As you push back up, keep your feet firmly planted and apply even pressure from heel to toe. Focus on driving your hips forward as you straighten your legs. Take a break, shake your legs out and prepare to do it again. As you lower, keep your knees behind your toes. Get as low as you can while maintaining complete control. Don't let your knees wobble. Make sure the bottle top is pointed at the ceiling as you move down. This keeps your chest high and your spine neutral. Prepare to balance on your left side for another new exercise, the single leg squat. Move your right leg behind you for balance. With hips square and level, lower down by bending your leg, keeping your hands in front for balance. For the first few reps, only go down a few inches so you've got full control. Switch legs to work your right side. Check that your hips are level and square before starting, and then keep them that way. Lower down by bending your knee and by hinging at the hip, not by bending your back. Don't go so low that you lose control. You can put unnecessary strain on your joints. Switch legs and prepare for a second set. If you're comfortable with this move, try going lower this time. Your quads are working, but your glutes should be too. If your glutes aren't helping out, shift your hips back more as you lower and drive them forward as you come up. Rest and prepare to finish this set on your right side. If most of the burn is in your lower back, then be sure to keep your spine from bending. Remember, keep your hips square and level at all times. Make sure those knees are steady. Recover and prepare a move called the backwards lunge. By placing your feet hip-width apart, you'll step backwards with your left leg. As you lower, keep hips and shoulders square and your chest tall. To return to the start, use your glutes to drive up and forward with your front foot. Keep your right knee behind your toes as you drop down. Switch legs to repeat the exercise by stepping back with your right leg. Only go as low as you can while maintaining full control. The goal is to lower your hips. You don't get extra credit for going lower by bending your back. When you're at the bottom, be sure that your knee doesn't wobble and remains behind your toes. Don't let your front foot lift off the floor. Switch legs and prepare for another set, stepping back with your left leg. Step back and keep your chest up at all times. To return to standing, drive up using your glutes, not your quads. Slow and controlled is better than fast and erratic. Last time, switch legs and get ready to step back with your right leg. Maintain control and be sure to keep your chest up. Don't let that front foot come off the ground or wobble. Make sure you stand up straight before starting to lunge backwards again. Keep your hips and shoulders square. Grab your water bottle with your left hand and prepare to balance on your left leg for the hip hinge with reach. Extend your right leg behind you while keeping a slight bend in your left knee. As you hinge forward, keep your left arm pointed straight down. It shouldn't move forward more than your torso does. Shake it out and get ready to switch to the other side. If you feel most of the burn in your hamstrings or your lower back, don't drop as low. Balancing on your right leg, reach down with the water bottle. To return to standing, drive your hips forward by squeezing your glutes. Don't let your left side drop down or roll forward to help you move. Keep it level. How about another set? Switch the bottle back to your left hand and get ready to balance on your left leg. As you move, imagine a straight rod from hips to head. No bending your back to get your torso lower. Don't reach forward with that bottle. Keep it pointing at the ground. Last time, switch the bottle to the other side and prepare to balance on your right leg. Keep your spine and head in a neutral position. Go as far as you can with complete control. If you're wobbling, don't drop as low. Lay on your back. It's time for the hip bridge with reps. Plant your feet flat on the ground, arms at your sides and knees at 90 degrees. Raise and lower your hips by squeezing and relaxing your glutes. If you feel your hamstrings are doing all the work, slide your feet closer to your hands to engage your glutes. Your hip flexibility determines how high you can get your hips. If your legs and torso won't get into a straight line, check out the Hip Openers video in our yoga series after this session. Roll onto your stomach to get ready for push-ups on your knees. Place your hands on the ground, just wider than your shoulders. Engage your core and push through your hands to lift your torso. Extend your arms until they're almost fully straight. Keep a little bend in them. Slowly lower yourself down with your core engaged. Remain on your stomach. With your elbows by your sides, put your hands by your ears. Next up are back extensions. Drive your hips into the floor Keeping your legs straight and upper back rigid, slowly lift your shoulders off the ground. Hold here until time is up, then lower back down gently. Lower slowly and take a break before doing another set. Lift slowly off the ground, keeping steady and in control as you hold the position. Remember to actively drive your hips into the ground to activate your glutes. Lift yourself up onto all fours. Next is the quadruped with leg lifts. Look straight to the floor to keep a neutral spine. Engage your core by pulling your belly button in. Slowly lift one leg off the ground and extend it by pressing your heel backwards. Return to neutral and alternate legs, always keeping your hips square and level. Your torso and head should not move at all during this move. Your final exercise is the plank with leg lifts. Lower yourself onto your elbows, setting them directly beneath your shoulders. Lift up and hold. Slowly raise one leg up as high as you can without moving your hips at all. Lower it back down and alternate legs. Excellent work. You're another session closer to a stronger you.